Pick a world leader, anyone past or present, whom you consider to be the king of corruption, abuser of power, and the worst possible influence on the world. Take a few moments to remind yourself of his personal traits and effects on the planet. Do you have him in mind? Of course, it could be a woman, but I'm guessing it's not. Imagine this person is living today, even if he isn't. Ask yourself these questions. What emotions does he evoke in you? What truths would you like everyone to realize about him? How should he be brought to justice? Where should he live? In what conditions? With what opportunities, if any? If your wishes for him were fulfilled, how would you feel about him now? How would you feel about yourself? When I was growing up, if I thought about Hitler, for example, I would have felt disbelief, outrage, horror, and vengefulness. I would like everyone, especially his followers, to understand how sick and twisted his mind was, how absurdly arrogant and brutally cruel. I'd like his followers to see themselves as likewise loathsome and detestable. They should be sentenced to watching their own loved ones stripped, herded, gassed, and dumped in mass graves. They would live in concentration camps for the rest of their lives in the same conditions they imposed on the Jews. I would feel Hitler and the Nazis got just what they deserved, and I would feel vindicated that justice had been served. Well, let me tell you about how I feel right now, having immersed myself in those thoughts for a few minutes. Toxic. I feel toxic. My heart is caved in a little, my breathing is shallow, grimacing face, sour stomach. The world is a mirror of that picture of filth I recalled. It's a reflection of the poison in my own mind. When I think those thoughts, that I'm absolutely right in my judgment and that I wish horrific suffering on the perpetrators, I show myself capable of inflicting the identical horrors on the culpable that I'm condemning them for. Help! I need a spiritual solution. This is another application of last week's discussion on judgment versus compassion. Michael Beckwith, you may recall, defined compassion as the understanding of the lack of understanding. Hitler and the Nazis did not understand that they had a true divine nature. Yes, each and every one of us are multidimensional, eternal divine beings, temporarily in this material earth school. Compassion is a high vibrating love that allows us to see past the false ego self. In Hitler's case, an ego elevated to unbelievable heights, complete with the perfect storm of charisma and allure to gather group-thinking followers to him like a magnet. Did this injustice need to be rectified? Yes, but not with vindictiveness, hate, and condemnation in our hearts. But people have to pay for their crimes, don't they? There are consequences to actions. Yes, there are consequences. But responding from love rather than fear means working toward rehabilitation rather than punishment. Many readers of cosmic energies right now report that we spiritual advocates are making unstoppable strides toward a new consciousness level. As we treat miscreants with compassion rather than judgment, we open an energetic door for them to see new possibilities for themselves. As usual, raising our own vibration is the best way to help. We guide and correct our children with care and concern, rather than with rage and mistreatment. We can apply the same attitude toward political leaders or anyone else we disagree with. For that matter, no one, including you or me, knows best and is right in all circumstances and from all points of view. Let us be concerned with our own goal of moving further away from fear, which includes punishing and judging, and toward love, which includes compassion and kindness. Yes, we can work toward restoring balance, which is what justice is about, with constructive rather than hurtful intent. Rather than stress over whether or not someone out there pays for what they did, I want to keep my focus on myself and whether I'm practicing compassion or judgment. I gotta go with compassion if I want to shine that divine.